fans, welcome to another Suddenly Comics video, and it's the Price Variants, and it's our Christmas edition. So Merry Christmas to all my viewers and subscribers out there, and thank you very much for watching me during the course of the year. It cheers me up a lot. Right, and as usual, I've got Allan here, and I'm hoping, despite the fact that he hasn't got a Santa hat on, I'm hoping he's brought some Christmas cheer with him.
Yeah.
So we're going to. You need to go over to Allan's channel, because we've done a Christmas show on Allan's channel, and there's some great stuff over there. First appearance of a character who says "Arriba, Arriba." Okay, so very Christmassy. So we're going to kick off. And Allan is going to start.
Okay, so I'm going to show a couple books, and these are actually for once from me. Like, a lot of the stuff that I'm showing is not really Christmassy. Like, it's Christmas comics, but not necessarily Christmassy. So these ones are pure Christmas power, right? So okay. I figure I'll show you this one. This one is 4-color number 61.
Oh, that's Christmassy.
This is very Christmassy. This is actually the very first Santa origin story.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so this is kind of a key, Santa key, you know. If you want to know how Santa got his suit, this is the story behind it. So this is, I forget when this is from. It's like early, like 40s, 1940s, like I believe 1944, 45, maybe somewhere around there. So yeah, how Santa got his suit in this story, in this comic.
Great.
So
is that a Dell or what is it?
This is a Dell 4-color number 61. Yeah. So, and then I figured I'll show you one more Dell 4-color. And this is Dell 4-color number 359. Okay. Right. And this is the first Frosty the Snowman in comics. Okay, so these are both nice Dell 4-colors, and this is, you know, kind of like, I don't know, like Frosty the Snowman is, I'm not sure how popular is it in the UK, but here it's really very popular.
It's popular because of the song.
Yeah, the song is what, you know, what I remember growing up. Like, you know, you always hear the same Christmas songs, and this was one of those Christmas songs you couldn't go a Christmas without hearing. So, you know, I actually know all the lyrics, but I will not torture your viewers' ears with my singing. So this is Frosty the Snowman's first appearance in comics, and it's Dell 4-color 359. So
is that an expensive comic?
Nope. Even in this grade, like this is a 4.5. Yeah, I paid like $10.
Oh wow! Okay, that's really good.
You know, considering, you know, it's kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
And the other one I paid a little bit more. I think it was like, even though it's a low grade, I paid about 30. It's a little more expensive. The Santa ones are a bit more expensive. So yeah, but it's earlier too. It's much earlier.
Okay, so I have got a comic which has also got the origin of Santa in it.
Oh, okay.
And this is a modern comic. Okay. But I think it's great. And if I had grandchildren of a certain age, I would read them this comic. It's really, it's my favorite Santa book. And it's from 2016, and it's a comic called Klaus.
Oh my goodness. Wow, that is so funny. When I was preparing for this video, I searched on Key Collector Comics and, you know, all the Santa's related stuff, and they mentioned that book. So that's really cool. That's a really great one.
I really recommend this. The writing and the art by Dan Mora is fantastic in this. And it really goes well with Grant Morrison, who is one of my favorite comic writers. It's a beautiful story. It's beautifully painted. And it sort of tells a sort of an origin of Santa. And it's 7 issues. but it has been quite popular. So there were some mini series that came out after these. This is
Wow.
number 2, and there's an evil sort of baron who's sort of banned Christmas, and this guy lives in the woods, and he's sort of got some magical elves who help him, and they make toys, and he works out that he can avoid the guards by going on the roof. And then, of course, he sees all the chimneys and works out that he can avoid the guards and get the toys to the kids by going up onto the roof. He's got a pet wolf. It's great stuff, and it's really well written, really well drawn. And if you're looking for a comic for a sort of probably 7 plus, this is a really good one to get. Really Christmassy, pulls at the heartstrings. It's really well written. There's a bit of a love interest. So
Mrs. Claus.
Mrs. Claus.
He looks a lot more buff than I would imagine Santa Claus. He's very buff.
Yeah, and he's a bit of a badass. He's here he's fighting some sort of demon creature. I think his reindeer have become wolves in this. I'm not saying it's 100% accurate, but I really enjoyed it. So I open my comics up and I read them, and this one I really enjoyed, and strongly recommend it. I am going to pick up the one. There's a number of one-offs after this, because it was extremely popular. And I'm going to be buying those as well, because the art, it's one of those where the art and the story
are both really great.
Well.
Yeah.
So that's my first Christmas pick.
Well, you'll see that in a future unboxing on my channel too.
Well, I strongly recommend it. I mean, you can still
probably pick it up.
You can get it for cover price or less, probably.
Well, that's very cool. I mean, I think that first one, I don't know, Key Collector mentioned it. I think it's it's one of those things, like whenever like certain seasonal things happen, like certain books will spike during that season, right? So maybe that's like a hot book right around now. So but wait until summer, it's a good time to pick
buy
it up
in August.
Yeah when people aren't thinking about Christmas anymore. Yeah, that's a really great one. I like that. I'll definitely be picking that up.
Yeah, it's really good. Read it. It's one of the ones I'd say pick up and read, because you'll enjoy it.
Wow. So you gave me a perfect segue into my comic that I'm going to show, because in your comic he's kind of acting like a ninja. He's kind of like going around the rooftops and kind of sneaking in. Well, kind of like a ninja, but what if he was a samurai? So I don't know. That was my segue. This is Samurai Santa, and what's more Christmassy than a Samurai Santa?
Oh, there you go.
And this is Jim Lee's first artwork, published artwork.
Really? That's fascinating.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. It's like a Samurai Santa, and it's also Jim Lee's first published artwork.
Oh, that's very cool.
So and it's a very rare comic. This one has been pretty hot lately. There's a lot of spec around this comic because people are now collecting a lot of those first artist appearance kind of things. So that's what this is. I when I heard that this was his first published work, I was like, oh, I gotta find it, right? And then so I picked it up just before it kind of spiked in price. Now, like I think I paid around $40-50 for it. Now it's like a $200-300 book.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's really gone up.
I mean, that would have been a low. That would have been a low print run, wouldn't it?
Yeah. This is self-published. It says 75, but I actually talked the guy down, so I got it for a little bit better. So it's kind of cool. I just think it's a cool samurai.
No, that's a great one.
Yeah, Samurai Santa #1. I believe they actually made several issues in the series, but the series is not like the spec, it's more just the artist. So I don't know, I thought that was a little Christmassy, sort of Christmassy.
Right. So I've got my next one is a Santa's on the cover. That's the reason I brought it along. And it's this is a She-Hulk, She-Hulk number 8, and
nice.
the character appearing there is this man is Nick St. Christopher, as you can see, and he's coming to help She-Hulk find a serial killer.
Oh wow! Yeah, that's a very Santa thing to do.
A very Santa thing to do, yeah. He apparently he's also the world's greatest detective.
Oh, who would have thought?
I really like this the sensational She-Hulk. This was the one
it's
where
great series. Yeah,
I
actually have that issue. Yeah, it's great issue.
Yeah, the covers on from the sensational She-Hulk are great fun. I mean, and I think the television series is going to be tongue in cheek as well, isn't it? It's going to be done as a.
I hope so.
I hope they're doing it as a comedy.
Yeah.
You know, and if they are, this is the series of She-Hulk that I think is probably the one worth specking on, because it's the one in which they do the tongue in cheek stuff.
Yeah, it's where she breaks the third wall too. You know, like that,
yeah, that's right. Yeah, she does.
It's really quite great.
Yeah. So there we go. Nice cover appearance for Santa appearing in as Nick St. Christopher, the world's greatest detective.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know this, but She-Hulk was actually the first character to really do that consistently, like the breaking of the third wall.
Before Deadpool.
Before Deadpool. And there's so many things where she's basically talking back and forth with the writers and stuff. It's quite funny. I really like She-Hulk. She very underrated series. But I think with the show coming out, those are going to be really hot comics.
Me too.
I think they'll be great. Okay, so I have 2 more to show. 2 more, but one you kind of showed last week. So. Like it was this one, the first. I figured this is one. I figured I'll show it again. Did you bring it this week?
No, because I showed it last week.
Yeah, so we showed this last week, but it's still Christmassy. It's the first Marvel Santa cover. We're gonna say, is that what we're calling it?
It's the first cover he appears after he's been shown to be an X-Man.
Okay, but was there earlier Marvel cover with Santa?
I
couldn't find any.
I can't find out. I have checked, and I'm finding it difficult to establish. It could be.
With DC, it's easy, but with Marvel, I can't seem to find any earlier Santas.
No, I couldn't.
So this is, either a Santa spec or it's Bart Simpson spec. This is the first appearance of Bart Simpson in a comic. So we got both in that one, but that's one of the ones. And the last one I have to show is this one. So for some reason, I really like Uncle Scrooge, and this is Christmas on Bear Mountain. Okay, so it's a Christmas book, and it's also the first appearance of Uncle Scrooge in comics.
Oh wow, that's great.
So this is a pretty big grail book. Like this book has really gone up in value recently even. So this is from 1943. It's actually, the funny thing is, it's Carl Barks is the guy that created Uncle Scrooge, but this is not his artwork on the cover. It was much later that actual Carl Barks started getting covers, and we sort of know Carl Barks is kind of the Uncle Scrooge artist. So but this is the first appearance of Uncle Scrooge, and this is Dell 178. Very mega. This is you look it up, it's a pretty pricey book. I believe in this grade it's like maybe 1,000 would be my guess. So very, very cool. And actually, this is my upgraded copy. I actually had it twice, this one. And for Christmas, I gave my lower grade one to my brother because he deserves the lower grade. So I upgraded it and they gave my lower graded one away.
Yeah, I don't think I'd mind being your brother if you were casting off your first Uncle Scrooge.
The funny thing was, I actually paid the same price for the lower grade one as I did for this one. So what happened was the first one I got was on eBay, and they always overprice things on eBay. And then later they had it up on Heritage. I was like, oh, wow, I might as well upgrade. And I got it for almost the same price, a little bit more, but not much. So
that's good.
I really like this one. It's like one of my favorite comics. I was like, it's always cool when you can get these kind of golden age first appearances, like of like characters that you sort of grew up and loved. Like Uncle Scrooge is kind of like my, childhood character, right? So, I really like Uncle Scrooge. I'm still trying to build my own like money pit where I can swim in it and stuff, but that's my goal in life. So
I think you're talking from it at the moment, Allan.
this is my money pit. Yeah, but I can't swim here. I don't know.
Okay.
But so yeah.
Okay, I've got one more. And
okay.
Again, it's a Santa cover, and it's one of my favorite DC characters. And in my view, DC just have completely missed the trick by not making a movie with this guy. And it's Lobo, paramilitary special. Yeah. And we've got he's been fragging on Santa. And it says, warning, contains bad taste in the form of ultra-violence, icon bashing, and the finger. More offensive than Christmas usually is.
Lobo is a great character. Like he's another
great character. Why they have not done a Lobo movie? Lobo was around. He was around before Deadpool, and he was around before. He's that sort of crazy guy in the DC universe. He's like the mad rocker. He's a badass, and he's got a sense of humor. Why they've not done a movie, I just do not know. They're just completely crazy at DC. They just have no idea of what it is that the fans want. But anyway, Lobo killing off Father Christmas. There we go. Can't be more Christmas than that.
Yeah, that's the best way to celebrate Christmas. You kill off Santa. So actually Lobo is like one of those characters that, like, I don't know, he's always really underrated. Like his first appearance is dirt cheap. And he's a character that was created as a parody. Actually, they were kind of making fun of these overly superpowered characters. So they made their own overly superpowered character that was just a total joke. But he's kind of a beloved character among the fans, I think. He was in the cartoon series, though, which I thought was interesting. I think he's in like Young Justice or one of those ones.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah, I've seen him in the cartoons. I forgot which series it is. I saw it with my son. But yeah, so Lobo was a great one. And that was another one I saw in Key Collector Comics, strangely enough.
Well, so there's not that many. Santa. Yeah, because it's actually got Christmas written on it, and politically correct in the US don't call it Christmas; they have to call it the holiday season. So, but Lobo's not that politically correct.
No, he's not. That's why I love him so much. Because I'm not politically correct either. So yeah, he's great. So,
okay, I think that's it for this show, and
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody, and thanks, Allan, for all your great videos this year.
Yeah, thanks for celebrating a year with me. It's pretty great. So we'll have to do this again next year.
Indeed.